This is NR2003 Predicts. We take the entry list of the top 3 NASCAR series, send them through the N ratings algorithm, set them up by their provisional lineups, and set the forecast as they will be on race day, and we see what the computer says will be the finishing order on race day. The Xfinity Series is not quite yet heading into the playoffs, but they still had a race here at Daytona, and Chase Briscoe was on top, Brandon Brown, Christopher Bell, Jeremy Clements, and Austin Cindric all inside the top 5. Pretty incident-free races. 35 cars finished on the lead lap, 38 running at the end. Justin Haley was running inside the top 10, but blew a motor with 2 laps to go. He finishes in 36th. And now it is time for the regular season finale here at Daytona. Kyle Larson, William Byron up front, Austin Dillon, Tyler Reddick, or potentially somebody else battling for the final playoff spot. We are green here in Daytona Beach. Five car gets the better launch. William Byron sliding back. The 5 car is going to go up top. Try to see if he can get some momentum going for his teammate. But Denny Hamlin working his way forward. Looks like he might get ahead going through this first lap. In terms of average finishes, Justin Haley's had some pretty good runs here. He got a victory here, July 2019. Also finished 13th in last year's Daytona 500. Going to see if he can parlay his earlier Xfinity win into tonight's race. Denny Hamlin, 3 victories here, but none of them have come in the summer race. They've all come in the Daytona 500. He is still looking for his first victory of the season, and if there was ever a chance for him to go after it, it would be tonight. Kurt Busch leading the way in top 5s, 13 for him. We know that he is going over to 23XI Racing next year, going to drive the 45 car, second entry for that team. Coming off the heels that Chip Ganassi Racing will not be coming back to the series. Kevin Harvick, 16 top 10s at this racetrack and currently running at the back. It seems like he'd like to drift back a little further, try to avoid a big one that might potentially happen, but he doesn't seem to have any friends back there, so he's just kind of maintaining himself in the pack, trying not to lose the draft. Laps led have been kind of scattered throughout. Denny Hamlin, though, 3 victories for him, 628 laps led, the only one to eclipse 500. And here we go for green flag pit stops, lap 32. Several cars coming down. Chris Buescher leading the way, Matt Benedetto, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson. Number of other cars behind him. Here comes Chase Briscoe, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch next lap. Oh, and problems here for William Byron. He might be out of fuel. He might have stretched it too far. And now we know what the fuel window looks like. And Ross Chastain runs into him, and so does Anthony Alfredo. And coming right back up the track, the big one happening in turn 3. Suarez, Larson, Haley, McLeod, both the JTG cars. Cole Custer in the back. What a bad accident there, all happening because the 24 appeared to run out of gas, stretching it too far. And several drivers taken out. What a bad break there. Both of the front row starters going to be out in this one, Larson and Byron. So now we restart the race. Just a few laps to go left in stage 1. A little bit of a separation now after pretty much all 40 cars stayed in the pack up until those pit stops. And coming to the line, it's Alex Bowman, who is going to beat Austin Dillon to the line, get the stage victory. Martin Truex Jr., Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin up in the top 5. And Austin Dillon with those 9 stage points, Tyler Reddick not getting any. That is going to reduce the gap that Dillon will need to beat Reddick by at the end of the race. And still an opportunity to gain more stage points as he leads the race off of pit lane. And heading into stage 2, Tyler Reddick is still trying to maintain ground with the lead group. But you can see he's kind of struggling right now, just trying to draft off the 43 car and maintain. Here's the Daytona 500 winner, Michael McDowell, moving on in the playoffs. Great to see the 34 team heading back into the final 10 races, seeing if they can go for a title. Here comes Tyler Reddick. Just as soon as we said he needs to get some speed back in his race car, he's found the draft and he is moving forward. He's on the inside lane, 4 deep, looking for some stage points, and we've got a caution on the racetrack. And it looks like it's debris on the backstretch. A lot of battered race cars. I'm sure one of them was dropping a little bit of sheet metal. Oh, but look at this. There's a problem coming off of pit lane. Kyle Busch flying through there, runs into Reddick. Martin Truex Jr. also gets contact. and several other cars as well, and a few of them are actually going to go back to pit lane and possibly back to the garage. But Kyle Busch runs into the 8 car, and that is huge for these playoffs. Tyler Reddick with damage that might impact his race car. Austin Dillon doesn't necessarily want to get ahead that way, but he's going to take anything he can. 8 car running a little bit slower. 3 car not inside the top 10 right now, but still maintaining ground. You can see him right there. Chase Elliott came second in the Daytona 500, looking for a good run here today. So is Landon Castle, getting a ride with Gaunt Brothers Racing for both of these Super Speedway events at the end of the season. He is trying to make the most of it in his Cup return. Meanwhile, Tyler Reddick, with 2 laps to go on the stage, he is about to get lapped. And it's going to be bad news if he does. And coming to the line, he is not going to stay on the lead lap. Bubba Wallace wins the stage. Chase Briscoe and Austin Dillon, 8 more points for him. More cutting into the point deficit that he is in behind Tyler Reddick, and he's going to win the race off pit lane once again. So Dillon continuing to march forward. 17 points gained on stages alone. Tyler Reddick now a lap down. It looks like it's going to take some major problem for Dillon for Reddick to be able to catch back up. Christopher Bell working his way at the front of the field. He got some experience in the Xfinity race earlier today and partially last night. So did Chase Briscoe. Briscoe finished 19th, Bell 6th, but now the 14 car is up in 3rd place. Looks like a little separation due to lapped cars on the racetrack. Ryan Blaney, a proven Super Speedway winner, is one of those lapped cars, although he's still under power. It just seems like he went a lap down early in the race and has not had an opportunity to gain back that lap, so unfortunate for him. Also having a problem here is the 2 car, Brad Keselowski, who is still on the lead lap but has lost the draft. So he is just riding around and hoping for a caution as we have green flag pit stops here. Chase Elliott, Michael McDowell coming down. Small pack there, but a big pack here. Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, and Austin Dillon were riding on board him right now. Gets down to speed. And as we come back onto the racetrack after the stops, separation in the pack, but the top 5 consist of Elliott, McDowell, Dillon, Wallace, and Logano. And remember, a win and you're in. And for the 23 of Wallace, that could be huge. Hamlin, he's safe in the playoffs, but he obviously wanted to go for a victory, get some playoff points. He's a little deeper in the field. However, a lapped car is going to bring the second pack up to the first. So now suddenly this pack has reformed. Chris Buescher running a bit slow. Austin Dillon trapped behind him. He's trying to get back up there with Chase Briscoe in front of him, making a push toward the lead. Christopher Bell up front right now. 14 and 20 both got runs in the Xfinity race. And now Austin Dillon trying to see if he can work his way forward. They're going to split Chris Buescher. They lap again. Dillon on the low side, Bell on the high side. They don't have any drafting help behind him. But it looks like Dillon has the run. Going down into the corner with no one behind them. Dillon pushes forward to the lead. And now 1 lap to go here at Daytona. Dillon was looking for something to go his way to get himself into the playoffs. Could have come in the form of a win, but lap traffic up in front. Christopher Bell to the low side. And now the low line is moving. But the question is, can they maintain that momentum? Dillon's riding with Blaney up top. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., another lapped car with damage in front. But the 47 isn't letting them go. Blaney goes to the low side. Dillon looking for some drafting help once again, but Christopher Bell can't make the run work. That low line is just not moving, despite having more cars. And Dillon coming off the corner. A miracle finish here at the end. Austin Dillon is going to win at Daytona and lock himself into the playoffs. And what a storybook finish, not just the race, but the championship picture. Austin Dillon probably could have gotten in on points just based on the way he's running compared to his teammates. Dillon had plenty of stage points right there, but he goes ahead and gets the victory, ensures that he is going on to the playoffs, and gets a few playoff points to go with it. Christopher Bell, Alex Bowman, Joey Logano, Matt DiBenedetto make up the top 5 in this one. How about Josh Bilicki, Corey LaJoie? They take advantage of some of the attrition in this race, and they grab top 10 finishes. Denny Hamlin just on the outside of top 10, along with Bubba Wallace. Michael McDowell dropped back a little bit. You had 16 cars on the lead lap at the end. Kurt Busch, Brad Keselowski, Ryan Blaney, at least one lap down. Several others multiple laps down, including Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ryan Preece, damaged in that earlier accident. Landon Castle was running decently until he had a mechanical problem. He finishes 24th. Kaz Grala, Martin Truex Jr., Cole Custer, Kevin Harvick, William Byron, Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, a whole lot of names that could have gone for a victory here. They are unable to finish out this race. That is it for NR2003 Predicts. We head into the final 10 races to see who will be crowned the 2021 champion. Hope you all enjoy the race, and we will see you all next time.